Hey everyone, welcome back at Charlotte from at Charlotte's house. Today I'm out in my shed. I am building. I'm hoping to put together a fairly simple daybed frame that I can then upholster. I am moderately confident I can pull it off, but wish me luck. Stay tuned. Before I started, I actually went online and I Googled what this furniture looks like before it's upholstered. And the good news is that nobody's gonna see it because it's covered with foam and fabric, so it doesn't have to look pretty. The bad news is that it still has to be super secure. I don't want it to wobble and wiggle. So I have an idea, I think it'll work. I'm gonna make two end pieces that I'll upholster, and then the bottom of the bed will be just like any other sort of futon frame that you've seen with lots of slats, and then I'm going to upholster a cross piece, and hopefully that means that I'll have a nice looking structure. The mattress will sit right down inside. I think it'll work, but you don't know until you build it. I'm gonna build the two end pieces of this bed first, and I know that the mattress is about 39 inches wide, so I'm gonna make this just a tiny bit wider. I'm gonna cut these to 40 inches. The other measurements that I have in my head are the height of the feet that I'm gonna use, and then the height of the windowsill. So I don't wanna make this end piece any higher than the windowsill, taking into account the 6 inches of feet. I'm going to attach the end of my bed with pocket holes. So I have my Craig jig and my drill. I've set everything to 3/4 of an inch because that's the width of this material. Here I go. Two down, 6 to go. I'm going to build the base of the bed separately, so the bed will essentially have 3 pieces, the 2 ends and then the base. The mattress will sit right on this base, kind of like a futon, so I'm going to add a lot of slats. I'm going to make sure it's super sturdy, and I'm going to be using pocket holes again. I should have some pocket hole music, right? I'm beginning to put together the bed. I'm down on the floor in the shed, and I wanted you to see that I'm going to use pocket holes to attach the slats. The purpose of these slats is not to support the mattress. That wouldn't be strong enough. The purpose of these slats is to keep my bed square, and I'm hoping that this will be enough, but again, I may have to add some corner pieces. So I'm going to use pocket holes, and then I'm going to go back and I'm actually going to screw this 1x2 into place right against that front side piece. And then this is what I'm going to rest the slats that the mattress will sit on top of, I think. What you're watching now is me doing math. What you are witnessing now is me looking for my tape measure. I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but this is how I do it. I've done all the pocket holes on one side, and then I'm double checking that I have the same measurements, and I'm marking this other board. That way I can sort of force them in place, and it'll make sure that they're parallel. This is the preliminary frame for my daybed, and you can see that I have screwed in these 1x2 slats on either side, and then I'm going to rest these guys on top of them. What you don't see is the pile of lumber that's about 10 feet over there. That's 1/2 an inch too short, so once again, measure twice, cut once. I didn't do it. So I had to run to Home Depot last night, and they actually were completely out of more 1x3s. So I got this 1x4. I think that'll be totally fine. I'm gonna put these wider boards in the middle, and maybe it'll actually add more support for the mattress. I don't know. To start, I am going to find my halfway point, and I'm gonna move from the middle towards the end. To install the slats, I am measuring to make sure that they're the same distance apart, and then I'm pre-drilling and screwing them in place. I'm using these feet that I got on Etsy, I think, Etsy, and I love them. I like the shape. They match some of the vision boards that I created. I bought one of these top plates, and the only thing that I'm thinking about when I'm attaching this is that I want to make sure that I'm distributing the weight somehow. I don't want this leg to be exclusively tied into one of these boards, because then the pocket hole is the only thing holding the daybed up, I think. I have found that if I'm putting it onto this corner, that some of the screws are on this cross beam, some of the screws are on this side piece, and then of course the plate itself will distribute some weight. So that's what I'm going with. I don't know. The other thing I've decided is that this screw, this hanger bolt, I think it's a hanger bolt, but this little thing is much, much longer than the plate, and I'm gonna drill a hole just so I don't have to shear that bolt with my Dremel. I just figured that would be easier. I'm gonna drill a hole with my 5/16 drill bit so that there's room for that leg to go right through this board. I need to impress upon you that I have no idea whether this will work. So this is the finished bed, and I actually think the framework is pretty sturdy. What I'm noodling through now is how to attach my arms to the bed itself. I don't think pocket holes through the bottom of the bed and the bottom of the arm will be enough to support this kind of movement. If one of my kids stands on the arm, I think it'll go back and forth enough that it'll pull the pocket holes loose. So I need to come up with something that's a little bit more sturdier that helps disperse the weight. That's where I'm at. So I attach the arm to the bed with these pocket holes, but I don't think those are gonna be sturdy enough if I have a kid sitting on the arm. And so what I've done is I've added 2 cross beams along here. I actually could add a third if I feel like it's getting wobbly. And then just because I had them, I added this metal plate. And this feels pretty sturdy. My biggest concern is that if someone sits on the end, I'm gonna torque the arm out. And I'm hoping that both of these will prevent that. I've also left room along this edge so that it can still be upholstered and I won't see a funny edge here. I think this will be hidden. So fingers crossed, this is my solution. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other arm, and then we'll just have to live with it. I found that if I lie this on the side, then I can line up the pocket holes the way I need them. And because the ground is level, I actually don't even need to clamp these. It's worked pretty easily. So I'm lining them up about 10 inches off of each corner, but there's no real magic to that. I've clamped these boards in place. These are gonna provide the support. I've pre-drilled. It feels really sturdy to me. I won't know until it's up in the room and the kids start jumping all over it, but it doesn't have any wiggle, any wobble, and that's usually early signs that I need to do more work. This feels sturdy. I feel like I might jinx it, but I'm pretty pleased with myself. Imagine there is going to be another 8 inches of mattress right on top, so the arms aren't going to be quite as high as they might seem right now. I'm hoping that the height of the mattress will be at about seat height, so it's very low right now, but with another 8 inches of mattress, I think that's about the right height, and this is going to be the perfect solution to that little tiny guest room. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked what you saw. Have a great day, everyone. This board is actually just to keep the bed from getting wiggly?